Okay, here I
Yeah,
am.
there, your head's centered.
My head is okay. Can you see
Yep.
me? Good.
Yep.
I see you might have had a change of heart, Bob, because you said that we were only going to meet through the end of November, but it looks like now it's December.
Yes. As far as I'm concerned, I'm willing to do it forever.
Good for
No.
you. Good for you. Good
This
for
is-
you. I think you were a little
Hey,
tired
Susan.
last week.
I don't hear anything. Uh-oh.
Hi, Susan.
Stop video mute.
Can you hear me, Susan?
Uh-oh. Honey, I can't hear this.
Susan, we can see you.
Oh, it's headphones. Ding.
You know, you can do this a million times and make mistakes. I just did that myself. Susan, are you out of quarantine?
I'm off quarantine.
Good.
Someone I work with is back at work. He had COVID or has it. I don't know how that works.
Well, they say that after a certain number of days, even if you have COVID, you're not infectious anymore. So he's back at work. And are you back at work too then?
I am. Yeah, we're all back.
Really? Because
Yeah.
some announcement came out today. I don't know if it was in our state, but it called on everybody to stay home for the next 2 days and not go to work, I mean.
Yeah, Wolf, the governor
Whoops.
came out with, I thought, a very strong statement.
I thought I
Stay
heard
at
that
home, yeah.
today. Yeah, don't come out. Don't go to work.
I mean, it was stronger than I expected and stronger than I live. I mean, I still go out on errands.
Oh, no, but what he means is don't go to work in a closed setting with people.
Right.
I mean, I went to the store today. I went to Sprouts, but I wasn't in there long. I just in out, didn't talk to anyone, and you know. Well, I do believe we are, I hate to use the phrase turning the corner, but Regeneron's treatment has been given emergency approval, and I think we'll have the vaccine soon. So I think things are going to improve. These are dark days right now.
Yeah. I mean, the number of new cases per
Horrible.
day, I think, is very high.
It's really gone crazy right now. I mean, really crazy, and it's frightening.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Sarah.
I liked your balloon thing, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna try something similar.
The-
Not with balloons, with bubbles. There was a guy blowing bubbles in London last year, and I didn't know what the heck to do with him. I'm gonna remove him from all the crowd and just put him on white paper with other bubbles.
yes, you guys presented real strong work at the last show Sunday. Kim's camels picture, Susan's squiggles, pencil squiggles.
Neela.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it was Neela. Okay, I got mixed up.
right.
And Mike's screen.
That was so
Cryptic.
amazing. It was
And
amazing.
Jane. And yeah, it was. I thought the Tuesday group made a strong showing.
Well, I think you've been so important, at least, I mean, certainly for me, I'm sure to everybody, bringing us all together and learning from each other. It's been a real experience for me because I always worked on my own before. I never cross-fertilized with anybody. I just did what came out of my own head, which apparently was very limited till I joined your group. And then my brain exploded.
Mm-hmm.
You're funny, Kim.
Oh, thank you. I think. Well, my brain looked like Jane's piece, you know, that exploding house.
Yes.
I actually connected with it on a very deep level because it kept coming back to me in my head. And so it probably is how I was feeling. I've been feeling with the group because you learn so many new techniques and things and thoughts, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's very, what can I say?
Jane's work really suffered from lack of scale. You know, I really wanted to be able to zoom in and look at all the little figures coming out of that house, but
Oh, right, right. I'm sorry.
uh,
You mean Jane, Jane. I'm right. You said Jane. I thought you were meaning Susan. No,
yeah,
Jane. Yeah,
Jane's,
Jane's saying, yeah. It was, it's something that it's a little worm in your brain and you can't get rid of it. At least I can't get rid of it. I just keep seeing this house exploding and thinking sort of that's like me, my
Yeah.
brain.
and Janice is here.
Janice?
Sarah,
Ah,
I can't hear you. Sarah, you're muted.
she probably
I was
has-
saying, I like Dawn in that, in her work too, in the costume on the left-hand bottom side. Dawn, remember that? He had a facial coloring on and, oh, just all the people I recognize. I was able to zero in on each piece.
Oh, in Jane's, Jane's
Yes,
piece.
Jane's.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Really?
I was not able to zoom in enough.
I couldn't zoom. I just watched what I was given, you know. Hi, Janice.
Well, hello there, Kim, and hello, Susan, and hello.
Hey, we got Anders. And we
Is
got
that
Jane.
Anders? Yes, Anders just joined. We haven't seen him in a bit because he's with the CIA.
Yeah,
We've been making it to his studio. And Neela's here.
And Jane's here.
Oh.
Jane, we were just talking about your exploding house and how it's like a worm in my brain. I can't get rid of it.
Oh,
And I was disappointed because I couldn't zoom in on the details of your house. I really want to see that up close because I
Mm.
couldn't recognize everybody.
maybe I'll bring it to the club one of these days, one of these
Yes.
years, and we could have it in the bathroom or something. Bathroom art.
Oh, no.
Welcome, Anders. It's
hallway.
nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah,
Hi,
hi,
good to be
Anders.
back.
We can't see him.
I can-
If you hit view gallery view, you should be able to see him and Neela.
I might have to leave a little early because I'm still working, but I wanted to
Ah,
join because it's been so long and say hi to everybody.
you know what, Anders? Your work is of such mystery to us. You know, we just listen and we don't know.
I can't ruin everything by dispelling the mystery at this point. It's
No,
not that
don't ruin it.
exciting.
No. We think it's something top secret, obviously,
Well,
because it takes place at night.
yeah, that's a good way to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't tell us because
talk about a worm in your brain.
yeah.
So Anders, did you look at the Breaking Boundaries show?
No, I wasn't able to do that.
Oh, because you're in my piece. I gave you
No
a shout
kidding.
out
Oh my God.
because
Well, I've been moving my studio all last week and this weekend, so I was totally, which I have pictures to show you.
Oh, good.
all right.
I'm flattered. Wow, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I would reserve judgment.
You know what? I can go. I'll go look at the show. It's right online.
Yeah.
Great.
So I do have a little something to share, Bob.
Okay, so we have Jane and Anders.
Kim.
Kim,
Kim does.
Kim, I
Mike,
love your
Bob
panels.
does. Susan does. Mike and Sarah.
It was a great piece.
Janice?
Yeah.
Do you have anything? No.
No,
Jane does. Anders has studio pictures. Neela, do you have anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
comes
And Ron. And Ted's here and Ken Coffin is here.
Ooh.
I think we have a great group.
Oh, yeah.
You bet.
And
Oh, Peter McCon? Is it Peter McCon?
yeah, it must be Peter
Yes.
McCann. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Ted, we
Hello.
don't see you. Oh, that's Peter.
Peter,
Ah,
Good to see you back.
Hi.
hello, Peter. Bob, I have a question.
Yes,
Do you remember, like many months ago, there was a man who came to the group, and he was apparently a photographer because he was very miffed and insulted when we
Oh.
said the painters have to go first. Was he that guy, the guy, I can't remember, Benedetto, and is that who it was?
I believe it
No, that was John Benito.
Yeah, well, you know what? He is such an excellent photographer, quite
Yes.
frankly, that I can sort of see that he would be miffed because he is really, really good.
yeah, at the time, I suggested we do painters first, but,
No, because people had said, well, let the painters go first, and we all
Yeah.
acquiesced. But when you get someone of his incredible, well, there's a lot of people here that are like him, but I can understand why he might have been miffed.
okay,
I'm,
Peter,
I'm,
do you have anything to show?
oh, I do, yeah. I missed the beginning of that. What happened? If I can, is it just gossip and I don't need it?
Yeah, it's unpleasant. It's the only
Okay.
unpleasant
Okay.
moment we've ever
No.
had on this. Ron, do you have anything?
No, I have to leave. I wanted to let you know that I have to leave at 7:25 because I have an EAC meeting at 7:30.
Okay,
But I have nothing to share and I'm just gonna watch as much as I can.
Oh,
okay. Ken, do you have anything?
I do, yeah.
And Ted, do you have anything?
Yeah, 2 small pieces.
All right. A big crowd.
good.
I have a little, I think this is a little speech I wanted to say. The background of all this is this pandemic. And the thing that's frustrating about being the host is someone disappears and you say, gee, well, they're not here this week and they're not here next week. And I wonder, are they sick? I mean, are these,
oh,
I want to invite people to somehow let me know, like Mick, Mick, who did the
Yes.
bicycle tours and
Yes.
great work,
Yes.
And Terrence.
So anyway,
Yeah.
That
let me
makes
know
sense.
if you're,
Right. Right.
that's just an anxiety I had.
Well, maybe you should reach out to the two of them, because I was actually thinking of them, particularly Mick, because he does these urban things.
Yeah,
And I think, if you just reach out to them and say, what's happening,
I could
Awesome.
call or email him.
Yeah,
I think he's in the directory.
yeah. I don't want to put pressure on anybody to make them feel like they have to come, but it would be a forever regret if someone got sick
yes.
and I didn't know about it and they said, well, they're just not here. Okay,
Yes.
that's my speech. I wanted to say
That's a
that.
good speech.
It's a good
Oh, can
speech.
I'd love that. I'd love to add one quick thing about that. My wife didn't, she's the one who talks to our older daughter more often than I do. And just for a day and a half, she couldn't get in touch with her. I mean, in these days, it was like
Yeah.
a little panic set in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get what you mean. It's
Yeah,
up and
absolutely.
down. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's totally warranted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're lucky we're all healthy.
Yes.
Count it as a blessing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's let Anders go first because we haven't seen him for a long time, and because I believe you have to leave early.
Yeah, I'll stay as long as I can, but I'm
That's fine.
still working, so I may have to cut out a little early. Right, so I've had a studio in Philly, first since 2012 with Carl and Kim, if anybody knew them, in their place in South Philly, and then they moved out and we all quickly had to find new spaces. So I got a great big space in the Vox building at 11th and Callowhill, and I've been there about two years and 2 months. And it's been fine, but it's expensive. And if I'm ever going to retire, I have to stop paying rent, So I have a bit of yard in my property that's been just sitting there for decades. And my daughter and I decided to look into building a small studio, and she found plans on the internet. And she has a friend, she works in theater, and she has a friend who's a carpenter that builds sets for the theater and is an excellent carpenter. So she asked her to join in, and then a couple of other friends joined in. So over the last few months, they built this beautiful, what's basically a shed, but they went farther and they insulated it and put windows in.
Wow.
And we were able to get windows from my daughter's aunt is haunts auctions, and she got a couple of windows for us inexpensively. And she happened to have a set of double doors in her garage. She has, I must say, a lot of money. They were just sitting there. She had bought them, they hadn't worked. The company gave her money back and didn't take them back, so they were just sitting there, so she donated them. So, I hired Mambo Movers, and let me tell you, if you need to move, hire them. They are fantastic. And one of the owners, Serge, is a member of the club, great guy. But 3 young guys showed up in my Philly studio at 9 a.m. last Tuesday. Now, I spent the last 2 days before that wrapping the artwork and boxing everything. So I was exhausted, but they had everything out of there inside an hour. And then drove to New Jersey where I live, and they had everything offloaded into my new space all within 3 hours.
Wow.
So then I spent the remainder of the week and the weekend sorting and all that and hanging some artwork. So without further ceremony, here's, let me see here. Okay, so this is the basic.
See your screen share.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
10 by
That is
10 by
beautiful.
16, which is the largest size the township allows without all kinds of building.
10 by 16.
Yeah. and
Very nice.
Very nice.
My
Lovely.
daughter insisted on putting these, I forget what they're called, but these strips go in the grooves of the siding they put on. And they stained it with like an outdoor stain. These are the windows. These doors we got for free. So, here's this.
I particularly like your bench. That's a nice touch.
We had 2 other friends that they loved just pitching in. It was like Tom Sawyer painting the fence.
Yeah.
Right.
And one woman and her husband showed up one day with the bench, and they had it, and sort of didn't need it. They had
It goes, I love the contrast of the vertical and horizontal lines in that photo.
Yeah.
And how much did it cost? I hate to ask you this crass question, but what are we talking about?
I think we're talking all told approximately, not exactly sure, between somewhere between $12,000 and $13,000.
$12,000, did you say?
Yeah, but that's everything. There was a lot that went into that. So
And you're going to stop paying studio rent.
exactly, it'll pay for itself in approximately 2 years.
Wow.
Great.
So
Great.
that was the other evening. And a lot of these photos aren't great. My old camera's not that great, but it'll give you an idea.
Well, Anders,
Yeah,
how's the commute?
20 minutes. No, 20 seconds from my kitchen.
That's really nice.
This is
That's
some of the-
wonderful.
Do you have
This
heat?
is all by Nick Brown. This sculpture is by Carl Olson. Carl
We have not,
sent
we're
me-
still seeing your studio. We
the
haven't seen,
inside. This is the inside. They sent me
No.
the,
we're not seeing your inside. We're
You're
still
not seeing
seeing the
this?
picture of the bench
Yeah.
and the studio.
wait,
You
what
may have
happened?
to close out and reshare.
Oh, all right. I had everything lined up. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
So the bowl is by Nick Brown. This
Oh, right.
iron sculpture is by Carl Olson. Carl and Kim sent me a glass skull filled with walnut ink that Carl makes. This is it's something called Crystal Head Vodka. It's a vodka bottle. Now, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is little print by Carl. This is by Carla Licori, ceramic, if you
Oh,
knew.
yeah.
I'll go quickly. I wanted to put up work by other friends who had given me stuff. This is Susan Stromquist, Rick Wright, Kim, Carol Tashian, Terrence Print. Or this is, so you can see there were ceramics by Carla and so forth. What's a studio without art books? This is the wall nearest the door. Also, they put in these wonderful long windows up at the top of the high wall, which give me light. But the neighbors on that side can't see in, which is nice.
Wonderful.
And these are all large framed pieces. I saw this one a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
That's an oil. This you saw a while ago. I'm not going to belabor that. This is the other end. Another large oil, and you can see this is all framed work that's stacked up here. It takes up about almost a quarter of the studio.
I believe it.
There's nowhere for it to go, but I still have plenty of room to work.
Ceiling looks pretty interesting too, Anders.
Well, we went to Home Depot and just picked it out. It's yeah, it's actually looks like flooring, but it was a ceiling pattern, and they insulated everything, including the ceiling and the floor. So it's not terribly cold when I go in there. This is all big work. There you can see the window in the daytime.
Yeah.
Window. It's a piece that more, you know. This is the other end. This is an old piece, but I just framed it recently. I kind of like it.
Very
I
nice.
have this
Very
homeless boat
restful.
on the walls. I highly recommend that. You can use it to just tack stuff up, you know, and all that.
But is that cardboard against the wall?
It's Homosode. It's about a ½ inch thick. You get it at Lowe's or Home Depot.
Mm.
And you can have it cut to size. These are big pieces. In the previous studio, I had them side by side on a big wall. And I was going to use them this way, but I was so desperate to get some work hung that I hung work on top of them. But,
Anders,
yeah.
how are you going to heat it?
A little space heater that, oh, that's that piece again. That's about it.
Very nice.
My daughter found a space heater online that it has an automatic shut off in an hour. And also it has all kinds of fail safes if it tips over and that sort of thing. So,
Great.
and it also oscillates. And it came yesterday and I tried it out. Within 10 minutes, it's warmed the place up. So,
Correct. The reason I asked is I had a similar studio that you have here.
right.
And I had electric heater with a fan.
Right.
It was 220. And in dead of winter up in Connecticut, that would heat the place up in 10 minutes. It was really.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, my first studio with Carl and Kim they had no heat in that building. Well, they did, but it was all downstairs. So it got quite cold on the second floor. And I had, just like you said, I actually had 2 of those. But it turned out I only used one. And as you say, within 10 minutes or so, it was fine. This is a smaller space, so I'm sure there won't be any trouble. And I got like a portable air conditioner for the summer, and the vent goes outside the window.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm
Very
very
nice.
happy. They did a
Bravo, Anders.
We're all set.
Very good.
Very
Yeah.
Now, I
nice.
fully expect when I finally go
Super.
in here to try to do some work, I won't be able to do a darn thing.
You won't be able to do a darn thing.
Yeah,
You know,
but
there's a story, somebody asked the centipede what foot they led with. And when the centipede started to think about it, they couldn't move. So
Good, yeah.
Right.
anyway, thanks for your patience. I just had to, was happy to share that with
Oh,
you.
thank you.
That's a wonderful story.
yeah.
Good thought.
Good luck.
Oh, it's pretty funny. My daughter and a friend, they swore they would never do this again. I mean, they put their heart and soul into it, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
But
Oh
they
my
were
God.
about halfway through and it was looking really good. And a guy pulled up in a pickup truck and, you know, looked like some kind of builder or something, and complimented them and asked if they had a business card.
Well.
But no way are they going to do it again.
Mhm.
So let's see some other people's artwork.
All right, Peter, we haven't seen you. Nope. Okay, I'm sorry. Jane,
Yes, Present.
Do you want to share?
yes. Here we go.
Tulsi Gabbard statement.
Can you see that?
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Very nice.
Oh, that is spectacular.
Well,
Wow.
is there a way to make it bigger?
It's
Is that
big.
filling your screen or no?
It's filling my screen.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
it's a nice size.
Well, it's actually 4 inches by 6 inches.
Oh,
So,
really?
um,
Wow.
I had started a face shot for the small work show, but I want to put more work into it, so I'm going to leave that for the About Face show that's coming in February.
Oh,
And so anyway, I was going through my photos, and this is a photo that I thought I could do quickly. And what my goal is to not try to finish it in exacting detail, but I think it's especially, the subject is especially set up for blocks of color.
Mhm.
So I want to just do it maybe in a primitive fashion, but not do too much more than is done now. So,
Jane, I think it has a really sort of mysterious quality, the way it is without being filled in.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, almost like a abstract
Yeah.
portrait. I actually think it works very well like that, and it may not if you continue.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
If that shape of the face was white, it would look like a mask.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it
Isn't
was
it?
a mask. I thought it was a mask.
No.
did
Yeah.
Oh, same here. I read it as a mask
Yeah.
myself.
well, it's sort of-
I thought how contemporary, right?
yeah, actually, it was back in the days when you could go on trips. So
Right, right.
it's me on a trip.
Oh,
Well, it's very elegant and
It
mysterious.
is, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
I would just leave it the way it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What is the actual medium? What are you using?
acrylic on
Acrylic.
canvas.
So, very nice, very nice.
beautiful. I love the transparencies in the shirt. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh,
And the colors,
Yeah, you see, there's pentimento there. You see the shirt?
Yes.
Ooh,
Somebody
who's that?
define pentimento for me.
Oh, it's where the bottom layers show through.
Hmm.
What's underneath shows through.
Ah, okay.
It's actually when oil paintings get old, you can see what they did before.
Right.
It comes
Thank
right
you.
through.
Right.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
How
Bandying
about-
these big words, right? Sorry.
No, we
Well,
need to know
thank
that.
you all. You've inspired me. I'll get more little canvases and just do a hour work, and
Man, this is,
that's a good way to practice.
love the colors. Yeah.
Colors.
It's
are
also it's
first
also the
thing that struck me.
attitude. You know, the attitude is what they call insouciant. It's just very
Yeah.
sort of just has
Yeah,
sort of careless
great.
elegance.
Yeah, and leaving it a little unfinished, like you said, makes it mysterious, leaves it some things to your imagination.
Yeah, I would leave it like that.
Oh, okay, you saved me a lot of time. Saved me a lot of fuss.
I love the ochre and black.
Yeah, the
The
colors.
lighted
Yeah,
colors.
yeah, the colors. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree,
Wow.
yeah.
yeah, the colors.
Really nice.
All righty,
All right.
thanks so
you.
much. You'll be seeing it in the future shows.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
All
How
right.
do I get out of here? Jay,
You want me
stop
to?
this
I
crazy.
can kill you.
Yeah, thank you.
Kim, do you want to go next?
Sure, I can go next. Before I go, I just want to say that what I'm going to be showing, the three important things, and then I have two little things, are construction sites. And each of them doesn't exist anymore. Okay? So that's what I'm going to be showing you.
Is one at
Urban-
Anders' house?
Actually, I would have gone to Anders' house, but he didn't invite me. Okay, I think I have to go back and do the share screen. And then the share screen again. Okay, guys, can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you what this is. On Broad Street, there was an awful lot of construction in 2019, and there still is. And this was a building that someone had painted, but I took a section of it and made it into a sort of abstract. And it isn't there anymore. It's gone. The whole site has been cleared. It doesn't exist anymore, which I guess is the nature of photography. It's very transient. You take it and it isn't there the next time you go.
Right.
So that's one of the things that I did. That's construction. So the second, did anyone have anything to add?
I was going to say, you know, by prefacing with it being construction,
Mhm.
had you not prefaced it about construction, I would say it is a construction unto itself, and it's a beautiful combination of color. I love the lines and the color.
Mhm.
Very, very strong.
Well, that's very kind, because I'll tell you what actually happened. In the shot, being a photographer, I had trees, you know, there were trees.
Mhm.
And my friend Jesse Vandenberg, that you all know, said to me, "Why do you have those trees?" I said, "Because I'm a photographer, Jesse." He said, "Go back there and do it again. Go back there, take the whole shot again, and get rid of the trees." So it became clean. And I now know that if you're going to take an abstract picture, you can't have trees and things, you know.
Sure.
I mean, if you can possibly help it.
But you still have some, you have form, very Euclidean geometry, and then moving into a more organic geometry. Although in the reds, for example, in the orange or red, there's that they are cubes and so forth, but they're moving towards an organic feel. That whole yellow, the left-hand upper side there, it feels very organic, although still Euclidean.
Ken, is that you?
Yes,
God bless you. You're so intellectual. Thank you.
just an observation.
No, it's lovely. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's lovely. Okay, so see what you do with this one. This one is in Tel Aviv. And it's flashed by when I was in that Tioga Art Gallery thing. And a few people actually liked it, but here's what's unusual about this. All construction sites, as you know, have wood, you know, they have wooden barriers. And if you approach it from the street, all you see are the wooden barriers. You don't see what's behind the wooden barriers. And for 2 weeks, I had friends staying on the beachfront, and I would go every day in my little apartment to them. And all I saw were the barriers. But on the day they were leaving, early in the morning when they were leaving, I got caught on a traffic light just outside, just on the other side of the street of this building. And so I looked up from the barriers and I saw this palm tree. And it was just a facade. So it's a facade with a palm tree, and that's kind of what it's called. And I'm positive it doesn't exist anymore because, you know, they were in the middle of construction. So I haven't been back, but I suspect, you know, that
Beautiful.
it is not there anymore. And what intrigued me was the real palm tree behind that.
Mm.
Is it the reflection of the palm tree, or is it?
No, that's the actual palm tree. I mean, I worked on it, and there's like a little face here. If you look, like almost
Oh,
look
yeah.
like
Yep, yep,
Bob,
yep.
a little bit like Bob. Does it look? Can you see a face, or is it just me?
I do
Oh, it's
say
a
it.
face.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good.
Ah,
Okay.
And you kept a little bit of the color in there, that the turquoise-ish blue up
Mm.
top. I mean,
Mm.
what was your thinking
Yes.
there instead of going all black and white?
I just, truthfully, I'm intuitive. I mean, it's been said in those exhibits, you know, people say I'm an intuitive, whatever it is. I just work it till it looks like it should be the way it is. I mean, I don't intellectualize it. I don't say, well, I think I'm going to have, you know, turquoise
Right,
there.
right.
I just go on how it looks.
Well, keep
What a-
doing it because it works. I love when you think about that turquoise up top and the kind of brown, not brown, that's the wrong, on the bottom,
I
the
know what you
rectangle
mean.
on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
ochre.
love they're almost complementary colors in a way. Very nice,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, thank you, Ken, for intellectualizing my art.
I don't mean to do that.
No, no, I
Sorry.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, I really relish it, and I luxuriate in your commentary. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is my last one, and this one also doesn't exist because there's actually an actual apartment, condo here. But this was also on Broad Street. And it is actually a condo. This whole thing now has been rebuilt, doesn't exist anymore. So almost everything I've done doesn't exist anymore.
Mm.
And
Beautiful.
I kind of like the angles.
Oh, yes.
And again, there was all that wood. You know how when you go to a construction site,
Yeah.
they have it barricaded.
Mhm.
And so you had to look up for this.
How did
And I'm
you-
glad I saw it.
How did you choose the colors?
Really, realistically, I fiddle about
Okay, good.
because I'm an intuitive person. I just fiddle about with the knobs. And you know what? Sometimes I say, well, I'm going to make I take something and I say, I'm going to make a red sky. And I can't. I can't do it. It just happens sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't happen.
This reminds me of a very famous photograph of a gas station in the Midwest. It is photorealism, I guess it was. Very famous, that two diagonals.
Is that a hopper?
Really?
No, I can't remember who it was.
Hmm.
But it's
You know,
very powerful.
it is. I'm getting a sense of something I haven't thought before is that you've your use of photography and altering color is a terrific blend of painting and photography. I think I really like the way you've done that because, I mean, I come from a very photorealistic point of view, and I'm impressed with how this transforms into the subjective use of color, which painting does all the time. Photography doesn't, because if you're shooting color and you're doing it naturally, you keep the colors that are there. So I do like that a lot. And that one is strong. I love the upward movement. There's a mystery as to why the upper part goes off like that. It has
Yes, because I think they were building like the building, you know. And
it has a gesture in it to me.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
The touches of pink are odd also.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very nice, Gail.
Well, thank you a lot. Now, I just have two little things to show you because they're fun. This is not a construction site. These two aren't construction sites. They're just fun things. And one is out of focus and it's too large and I couldn't make it smaller, but you'll see why I'm showing it to you in a minute. This is a New Year's gathering in Tel Aviv, and the Jewish New Year was in October last year. And there was a fiesta, big festival with balloons and things. And today it would be called a super spreader event. But back in the day, we didn't know it was a super spreader event.
Ooh.
And so I just took a long shot, and then I fooled around with it and made it smaller and smaller and I guess bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? I actually enlarged it till I got what I wanted, but so it's out of focus. But that's not why I'm showing this to you. Here's why I'm showing this to you. This was taken in October 2019 in Tel Aviv, and I was in Buenos Aires in February, and I was passing the museum.
Oh
Oh,
my
Yeah.
God.
And I saw this from the corner of my eye, and I thought, wait, that's mine. Except it isn't. It's Miro.
Oh my God.
That's the only reason I'm showing it to you, because I literally saw it from the corner of my eye on Avenue de Libertador, and I said, my God, that's my Tel Aviv thing. And then I got near it, and of course, it isn't my Tel Aviv thing.
Go back to yours again. This is spectacular. Yeah. Go back.
Were you aware?
Oh,
Were you aware of Moreau before then?
Oh, I know Miro, but I didn't see this one. No, I was never aware of this. No.
Yeah, I've
I mean,
never
I know
seen that.
Miro because they had a whole exhibit a couple of years prior, and I went with my friend Marta to this whole Miro exhibit. And it was kind of, I think they were minor murals because some of them were really horrible. But this one wasn't in it.
Well,
So I never seen it before. I mean, I never.
My mentor used to always say, art doesn't grow out of a vacuum.
Right.
I think the things you see, I think they go inside your subconscious, and when you're working, these things come out. It's just, you may not
I
even
think
aware.
it must be because I was so surprised, I was so shocked. I mean, I just saw from the corner of my eye, I thought, that's mine. Except
Well,
it isn't.
it's not just the shapes, but it's the color palette.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
So that's why I'm showing it. It's not a construction site.
Cool.
Okay,
Very
Bob,
cool.
you
Thank
can,
you.
you,
Wait, Kim, I wanted to say about your piece,
yes.
those are, if they're balloons, they have such weight. They look like they're very heavy,
Yeah,
yet
you know
they're in
what?
the air. So
Well,
it's,
you know what? Maybe they were glass balloons. Maybe
Oh.
they weren't balloons because you see, they're on wires. You see that?
yeah.
I think they were, yeah, the whole place was like magic. It was a magical thing. I mean, look at the sky. It was in the evening. It was just a magical thing and very crowded. And yeah, you're right. I don't think I call them balloons. They're not actually balloons. I think they're spheres that were on wires. You see the wire here where I'm pointing?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they look like they should be balloons. I think it's
Yeah.
really lovely.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. It's
Could I
So
ask
what
you
I'm
to go
looking
back
for.
to the first one for just a second? The very first one? I absolutely love the overall geometry.
Me too.
It looks like it could be a golden section,
yeah.
the way it breaks down there, and the
Absolutely.
busyness of the bottom part, and then the large sort of sienna roof, and then the smaller triangle. That's really quite an amazing composition. Bravo.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much. That's very, very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, Bob, I'm done.
Okay, thanks,
Thank
Kim.
you. Thank you.
Susan, do you have anything?
No, I'm not prepared.
Oh,
sorry.
no, Susan Kenny.
Oh, okay.
This is the Susan.
I do.
Welcome,
Hi, Susan.
Susan.
Yeah.
I just had my supper.
It's funny.
I've been listening.
Okay,
What's for dinner, Susan?
Oh my God, a lot of vegetables.
Oh, fun. Okay, I'm gonna share screen now and
Okay.
hopefully I can get, okay. I have, everybody see that? Or
No.
no, we're not.
Not-
we're
not
Oh,
yet.
okay. Oh dear. Share computer sound. Maybe if I click out here, I'm afraid to do this, but if I do that, oh, there we go. Can everyone see that?
Not yet.
No, we're not getting your screen share yet
Oh,
from Zoom. The green
Okay.
arrow,
Did you
upward
do
arrow.
the blue after the green? Do the green first, and then in the lower right corner, the blue share?
Right.
You have to click twice.
Yes.
Hmm.
Susan, you have to click the green one, and then when you get up, whatever you get,
Up
there's another.
here, the green one?
Click,
Yeah, the green one.
The bottom middle,
Bottom
bottom
of
middle.
the-
and then
Oh.
click on
The
click
bottom
on what you
of
want
the
to share, and then in the
Oh,
bottom
dear.
right, blue
screen.
Okay, let's try again. The blue one.
Green. And
Okay,
then-
I'm going to minimize this. Can everybody see? Hello?
No.
No,
We can
No.
see you.
Okay, yeah, that's great. That's not what I wanted, though.
Susan,
Sorry.
if you go
Share
to
screen.
the bottom of Bob's screen, there's like a little green icon. It says share screen. So you click on that.
Well, I think I saw that before.
It's on the bottom, dead
Yeah.
center on the bottom.
and
Yeah, but
sometimes it disappears. You may
Sometimes
have
it
to run your
disappears,
mouse over.
Susan. You have to put your mouse over it and it'll come up.
Okay. Share screen.
That's it.
What do you see now?
You.
Just.
We're
And
not
share
gonna-
again?
There you
You
go.
got it. You got
Ah,
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'll try to be better next time.
but it's amazing how we forget. I mean, I forget all the time.
Well, I was trying to use the preview, so it's a big learning curve for me here. So this is going to be my holiday card.
Wow.
it.
Beautiful.
I thought it
Yeah.
looked like it looks like the Rockefeller Center tree.
No
Yeah.
owl.
Is it your tree, Susan, or is it in a park or something?
It's actually a cemetery. It's
Oh.
a cemetery. Yeah,
Are you stealing?
stealing cemeteries?
I love the brushwork, Susan.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Very, very emotive.
It took
Yeah.
a lot of work to do that, Susan.
Yeah.
It took me about an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, about an hour. Yeah, it's a 9 by 12. Here's another one.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
lovely.
Oh, no.
Very nice.
I like
love
that a lot.
Yes.
It's a little gnarly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I like the house in the bottom right. I think
Thank
that
you.
kind of makes it really.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And the color in this one is spectacular.
Yeah,
Looks like
the
a-
middle
looks
and,
like
and
a
the sort of
fig-
shady stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
I like the hugging trees.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. You got it. All right, let me see.
What's the medium, Susan?
Oh, it's acrylic.
Okay.
And then
Ooh, very nice.
bird on
Oh,
That's nice.
fire.
oh, I love the spontaneity of that
Yeah, I
piece.
like that very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
That
you-
looks like Wagner Road, Susan. You must have
Yeah.
come my way.
I know those birds.
Oh, yeah. They're all
No,
over the
I mean
place.
the scenery as well is like Wagner Road in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Mm.
You know where I do my work?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm there now.
Oh, well, thanks.
And
Thanks.
the-
And then there's one more. Okay. And that,
Ooh.
this gave me trouble. I parked, I usually just park the car somewhere, and it was getting to be twilight. There were a lot of people there. They were walking past and talk, it was too much activity. I need a quieter place, you know?
But it looks
Mm.
serene. It looks serene, Susan. We don't see the other stuff or hear it.
Yeah,
It's a
Okay.
nice blue day. Was that recently?
it was.
We've had some nice sunny days.
We have.
Yeah.
Once again, I just love the way you sort of just toss the brushwork off. And
Yeah.
it all comes together. It's very
Mhm.
sort of all in the moment. It's quite,
That's what I'm trying for. Thank you, Anders.
beautiful light, just really good stuff.
Very nice. I love how you did the tree in the background, by the way. I mean, I know it's a minor part of the photo, but the painting, but there's something lurking in the back there that
Mhm.
very nice. I like the color composition of it. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Color use of it, I mean.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, everyone, for your
Susan, what are you
feedback.
painting? What are you painting on? On canvas?
No, little
Board or
boards,
paper or what?
canvas boards. I buy them in bulk
Uh-huh.
at Blick, 9 by 12s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Perfect for the car.
Well, they are. They're just perfect for the size that I'm doing, the box. So, thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Very nice, Susan.
Let's go to Mike and Sarah.
Mike and Sarah.
Yeah, whichever order you wish.
Okay, I'm going to go first.
We see your screen share.
Oh,
Oh, my.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a statement.
Yeah. Very
Well-
nice. The colors
Wow.
just jump out at you.
That's
Oh.
Sarah.
Is that
That's Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
yours, Sarah?
Yes.
Lovely, really lovely.
It's actually my cut paper collage, but because I sent that someplace to go into something, and I don't know if it's accepted yet. So for them to look at it close up, I collaborated with this gentleman here, and we went on the computer with it, and then he did some things to make it okay and visually tight at a close view. And I called it Black Tears. And this is, sometimes you just do something for no reason. And I have felt very deeply about all the Black young men who have been killed. And it's not a judgment about police or color or anything, but it's about grief, a mother's grief.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
rather than calling it something about the mother's grief, I called it Black Tears. And you see, I put a flag here, and again, it's just about grief, which really has no colors. But some people do think that the grief of a Black mother is less than the grief of a white mother or person. So a lot of work with Mike
Oh.
really helped me. And,
Spectacular. Besides all the obvious, the composition is spectacular. I love the fact that the entire composition points down to the American flag and then comes back. It comes back up at her. So it has a downward movement and an upward movement, and it speaks about the injustice in America and the hope in America. For me, the young person in the upper right-hand corner is, of course, could be the dead person or the hope for the future. It's a beautiful piece.
It really is.
Yes.
It is very nice.
Very
The
nice.
green
Oh, yeah.
is an unusual choice, but it works beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
yes.
And
I
so-
also used the grill sheet, the yellow background was on there first, and then I did the cutting and pasting.
Mm.
And it took, there were a lot of changes until it gave me what I wanted. So I've heard some people say, sometimes you go after doing something, but sometimes that something comes after you. And in this particular, it came after me. Grief knows no color.
Right.
Sarah, what made me think of, I'm sure Ken can speak to this, in Latin America, the Mothers of the Disappeared. A very strong
Yes.
movement in Argentina and other countries there. And women who are just outraged, who have lost their children and are demanding justice.
Right. Well, that was another word that I was going to use for a title, the outrage. And but then somehow when I started putting in, either could be knives or tears or hurt, then I switched it to Black Tears. And Mike really helped to finalize it, like the way half of her face on top of the upper right, that's showing. Mike, I have to give him credit because he really, we didn't get a divorce over this piece. We never.
Great.
Very nice.
Well, the black forms, the shapes that are both tears and arrows are spectacular. They're so powerful. The emotion, besides the photo, of course, the pain that those tears are inflicting on the two images, the two figurative images, are remarkable.
Actually-
I really applaud this piece. Beautiful.
They look like knife blades.
Yeah,
Yes, they
exactly.
do.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah.
And there's also that feeling of something being shattered.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Those
yes,
shapes
yes,
and the
absolutely.
cracks. I keep coming back to the, that sometimes when people might say, I feel shattered.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
love it, love it.
thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
thank you, Sarah.
If it gets into this place where I've tried to put it in.
Oh, I hope it gets
Yeah.
put in too.
Bob, could you take that?
I'll take you out, and then, Mike, do you want to go?
Is that okay?
Or Sarah, do you have another one? Sure.
Yes. Try to make this one a happy one.
Everybody stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Anders, you're not in your studio, are you?
He's in another time zone.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm still on the computer here in the living room. Oh,
What time zone are you in?
That's looking out of the studio, yeah.
Oh, okay. But not right now.
Not right now.
Oh, yeah, right, because it's light.
Nice image.
You get a nice view.
Sarah, we're not getting your share screen.
Uh,
Oh, there it is. Oh, you got it.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It's almost
Yeah.
Dutch, isn't it?
Well, I've done this on Broad Street. We go up and down Broad Street a lot, or we used to anyhow. And so I've taken a lot of pictures, photographs, and various places where I like the architecture or I see the history. It's not really about what's going wrong on Broad Street, which is a lot about the beauty and the architecture, the
Yeah,
colors.
it's Dutch.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, about that one. Can you see it? It looks kind of dark here.
No, I actually like it the way it is.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
can
see
you
it
enlarge
perfectly,
it?
But I like the lighting
Yeah.
in the shot.
The
It's
windows
bold.
in the yellow building are so opaque that they look very weird.
Oh, nice.
The upper windows being all black. It's
Oh,
really,
right. I
Yeah.
didn't notice that. You're right, Jane. I didn't see that.
Yeah, and sometimes a vehicle will get in my way, but this one I felt just it fit, this truck.
mhm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Well, the truck is so blocky and the color is neutral,
Yes,
so it doesn't interfere with the houses.
yes, yes.
So it works very
Yes.
nicely.
That is true.
Yeah. And you're right, that design on the architecture is very Dutch. I could never place that before.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very, very, very strong graphic. Yep,
Yeah.
very nice,
Mhm.
very nice.
Well,
very
I'm
nice.
seeing these, the circles in the wheels. So you've got two wheels and then there's a circle in the red upper window.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And
right.
it's that triangle is very grounding to the composition.
Yeah. And it echoes the roof lines.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
Can you
expect the mayor to come out any moment.
Yeah. I'll close you and do you have anything else, Sarah? Or shall we go to
No,
Mike?
no. Mike does.
Okay,
Is that okay?
yeah.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's what I call falling with a capital F.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that, Mike? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I titled it Falling with a capital F.
Ah,
Okay,
yes, yes, I get it.
that is unique.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got that one.
It's
A long
like
time.
Charlotte's Web.
Yes.
it really.
Where's the spider?
The spider's exhausted.
This is an anti-violence statement.
And
I really like the colors that there are, even if you squint your eyes so that you can't see the spider's web. The green and the yellow and the red and the gray, very nice.
Mhm.
I was sitting on a tuffet when I took.
Very nice. I love,
Very nice, Mike.
yeah, the landscape behind being so, the shallow depth of field. It's just a nice background to what
Mhm,
is
mhm.
such a strong, beautiful graphic, natural graphic. Yep, beautiful.
Very nice.
Okay,
One more.
He has one more.
okay. Shall I close it?
Yeah.
Folks, I'm going to have to leave.
Okay,
My back is starting to kick in, so I
okay.
need to rest.
We'll see you next time.
Nice to see you,
Yeah.
Ted.
Yeah, nice to
Sorry,
see
Hi,
you.
Ted.
I always like.
Sorry we didn't
Draw,
see your
Ted.
work.
Bye.
Ooh.
That is unusual.
Yeah, I called it Decisions.
That is very unusual.
I
What
just-
is it?
That's the top right-hand side of my first digital camera.
Oh,
Years and years ago. I don't even remember the brand. It was some off-brand. And I just, I had to pick up the camera and just focused on this. I just liked the graphics of it
Yeah.
and the black and silver and white. It didn't really do very much to it except sharpen it a little bit. I just thought it was, what we can do today with Photoshop. And this was it. This was, probably at the very beginnings of Photoshop. This camera's easily 30 years old or more. But I thought somebody might remember having something like that. No big backstory.
I do.
Probably.
I probably still do have one in a closet somewhere.
That's where they end up, unfortunately.
Right.
That's about
Very
it.
nice. Very nice. I love the strong. Which filter did you use to create that kind of? You lost the midtones a little bit to get that nice contrast. Very nice. I like it.
bold.
Using a flash on the camera that took the picture.
And I'm surprised that there were such powerful colors, the orange and the blue
Yeah.
in a black and white.
Yeah, there was very little manipulation in this. Other
Oh.
than
Good. Yeah. Interesting.
just, leave it a little more punch, but that's really about it. That's what it looked like. And
You had this for many years?
I must have this picture for years or more. Yeah, probably goes back to the beginning of using computers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the beginning of the time.
No, beginning of my time. I've been taking pictures for, let me see, 65 years or more. So actually, 75 years I've been taking pictures. So
Wow.
I have quite She'd be like, I know, I don't look that old. I know, I know.
All right.
I just saw it and I thought you might get a kick out of it. Next victim, thank you.
Thank you,
you.
Michael.
Thanks.
Next, Janice,
No, I don't have anything.
you don't have anything.
No, not tonight.
All right, it's 5 to 8. I have a little bit.
Okay.
And then, oh, and Susan, do you have anything? Susan Plode? Okay, so I'll do a short thing and then we'll do the club update.
Okay, I have a few things too, but if we don't have time, I'll do it next week.
Oh, Ken, my list making got messed up.
That's quite all
Ken,
right.
why don't you go ahead?
Me? All right. Appreciate it. Very quickly, last week, I think it was it Kim who had the picture of the pepper, and I talked about Edward Weston. So I just wanted to do one quick thing and show the type of camera he used. For those of you who know this, it's quick repeat, but this is an 8x10 view camera, and the actual negative was 8x10 inches.
Wow.
So when you took a photograph of an object,
Oh my gosh.
and you made a contact print of it, where you weren't doing any enlarging, the resolution was spectacular. Of course, this version of it doesn't do it any good, any credit. But if you would see this in person, it's spectacular. But these were two of his versions of.
Oh, thank you for showing that. That was that's wonderful.
So
I actually looked him up, but I looked up WESTIN, so it's WESTON.
Right, Weston.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to quickly say is I've mentioned this before, but Henri Cartier-Bresson is one of my great influences. And I don't know if he actually coined the phrase the decisive moment or if that was used by critics later. I think he may have been responsible for it, but so much of my work depends on that kind of concept. So here's a couple I want to show you very quickly. These are, I did quite a few photos over the years of individuals in the landscape.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you. And so much of the decisive moment concept behind Bresson, just this little gesture of his hand on his chin, there were many frames I took that did not work. When he moved his hand up to his chin, it made the photo.
You're lucky to get that. That's amazing.
Thank
yeah,
you.
got one window open with a person in it. That's beautiful.
And I kept going with, you sometimes find themes that start to appear in your work, and this was one of them.
Oh, the texture and the mystery of that face.
Well, the hand down in the last frame of the window, the doors. Yeah, that's fabulous.
How about you don't see any of her body here.
Yes,
So she's like, yeah, exactly.
That is cool.
Ken,
I also, yes.
next week, I'm going to show you something. It's not like yours, but it's very much like yours, but it doesn't have a person. But did you take it in Center City on near 17th and Spruce? Did you take
This one?
that? Yeah.
So this one was way out in maybe Horsham, out in the country.
Okay. Well, you'll see what I did. It's not as mysterious as yours at all, but it looks like yours. I mean.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
All right.
it does not. It's not as mysterious as yours at all.
Well, this one,
Not as mysterious.
I'll look forward to it. I love to see repeating patterds. And
Yeah, that's weird. It's just bizarre.
This was, all right, this one will fall apart a little bit when I blow it up.
Oh. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And look at how it points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Architecture thing.
Yes.
points
Yes.
to the
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was taken in Kensington, and it was a nice moment. I had a nice nice conversation with the gentleman, and he was thrilled to be photographed. And the repeating pattern is so remarkable. The rectangles, the horizontal rectangles are so repeating. And then the soft humanness of him within it. And then, like you say, Bob, this decisive moment and just coincidence of the composition pointing up to him with another arrow over here. So there was just so much that graphically went along with that shot.
That is amazing.
This is an old, a fairly old shot, but in that same vein of, whoops, oh, what happened there? And this family, this little kid lived behind an apartment I lived in with his family, and always playing, playing out back. And I thought that really spoke to the times.
That is lovely.
Thank you.
Huh.
Oh
Let
my
me
gosh.
just point out real quickly.
That's
Thank-
amazing.
Thank
That
you.
is amazing.
Thank you.
It took me a while to figure out what it was, but then when you blew it up, it's amazing. The shadows are amazing.
Again, decisive moment.
Yeah.
Him bowing for his performance. I also want to point out, this is a very Henri Cartier-Bresson thing I talked about last week about the black border. If you notice the little curve in these corners here, this is the actual frame in the camera. So this is exactly, well, most of the ones I'm showing you tonight were full frame, no cropping whatsoever. And I got that from Henri Cartier-Bresson.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, you got that one here. Yeah.
And I mean, just again, serendipity, the three lines coming. I mean, it's just, and the direction he's walking in. Oh, it all just fell together. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And he looks like a
Very
mime.
nice.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yeah, I agree.
Very nice.
This is sort of very calming quality to the black and whites. I mean, I'm
Oh.
feeling very calm watching them.
Thank you. I usually they are calm to me too. I agree. I like that. I
Yeah,
appreciate
there
that.
is something about them.
Well, the solitude of this group. I mean, I moved from this. I have a few more that go up to 2 people, but the solitude in these shots brings on that kind of sense.
Maybe. I think it's also the black and white.
Yep.
There's a radio on somewhere.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too.
Yeah,
I don't, whose feed is that?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's off.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, somebody reading in the diner.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I've been wanting a diner shot.
Don't we all miss the diner?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes, that is iconic.
Thank
But
you.
the liquid on the window, it's a little puzzling because the building doesn't seem wet.
Right.
You know,
Except for this little puddle right here.
Yeah, I noticed a little puddle as you were talking, Bob.
There was a combination of condensation inside the place, and I don't know where actually this water came from, unless the window was leaking. But yeah, I mean, the second I walked by this, I was like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Just the natural phenomena of it.
Oh, again, the angles.
And here's the decisive moment right here.
Yeah.
She's reaching
love
out.
I love their
Whoop.
feet. Their feet, their toes are their feet and their legs.
I mean, it's a little thing, but look at this over here. I mean, it really cracked me up that there was a hanger laying here with something on it. I don't know what the hell it was, but
Also the
It just-
wave in the upper left corner.
This? Yeah, the wave. Isn't that a nice balance for the?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful composition.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, look at the hanger.
Yeah. This is at the
Oh,
Met.
my.
This is at the Met in New York.
Oh, love it.
Matter of fact, Bob, I was with Michael when I took this photo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And last but not least is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, wonderful.
Another big triangle. in
Oh,
Yeah,
my,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
yes.
So much of it. I mean, the
Yeah.
reverse triangle here, the triangle
Yeah.
per leg.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it all.
can
And then it
find
all.
these triangles.
Yeah, and this, it just, you know, these are the things that happen for me that happen for all of us, obviously. That if you're looking for them, the balance of these glasses at the top of the triangle was, and of course, then her eyes, the mother being more guarded and the child being a little more open. I don't know. There was just so much going on in this moment, and then the mother and daughter relationship, and it's always struck me. I have
And
two
she
daughters.
just happens to be sitting at the apex of the triangle.
Yeah, yes.
You know, she
exactly.
could have been sitting anywhere.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's like a perfect shot by accident or by whatever.
Observation.
Like
Yeah.
you took 7 hours to set that up,
Exactly.
or not.
Right. More like 7 seconds. And
Yeah.
if I missed it, shame on me. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very
My
nice.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
I have just one thing to show. Oh, Anders is leaving.
Bye,
Well,
Andy.
maybe
Bye,
let's
Andy.
just say goodbye. Oh, Susan. I will skip the show, but Susan, why don't you unmute yourself and
Okay.
tell us what's happening at the club?
All right, so the most important thing to know is that the deadline is coming up on Saturday for the Small Works Show. So this size is 14 by 14, but as Roberta says, who would know? It's virtual.
Oh,
Can
right.
it be less than 14 by 14?
Oh,
Because
yes,
they
14 by
generally
14
don't work that large.
is the imaginary max. And you're allowed to submit 2 things.
Mhm.
And the idea of this show is you can, it's before Christmas, you know, and so small works are affordable, more affordable if you want to buy something or if you want to sell something, you know. So anyway, that's the deadline is Saturday. And then the opening is December 20th. So that's, you know, later in December on a Sunday. Also, this Sunday, wow, we're going to have something really exciting. This Sunday, Diane Podolsky is doing a printmaking workshop. It's a, well, I don't think it's I don't know if it's a demo. I think it's a demo rather than like a follow along, but she's going to show us some really interesting, simple printmaking techniques in time for us to make some holiday cards if we like.
Fun.
And I've been drawing myself this week. I've been doing just drawings of things so that I can be prepared to translate those drawings into black and white. So part of what is exciting for me about this printmaking thing, I am actually interested in cutting linoleum, you know, after I see, you know, what I can learn from Diane. But the techniques are great for any type of black and white. So sometimes I like to just cut black paper, you know, so the concept of black and white. So come on Sunday, even if you have no intention of ever cutting a lino, yes. Or
Is it 1 to 3?
1 to 3 this Sunday. And then I'm pretty sure the tech team usually sends out a reminder. And then finally, Neela, we're
Yeah.
hoping to get a collabage date for Sunday, December 13th. So probably tomorrow I'll send out an email to check with the artists to see if that date works for people. And then if you were not a collabage artist, great, okay. If you're not a collabage artist, it's a fabulous opportunity to see what these teams did, teams of 3 artists would, and Sarah, Sarah was also involved. I think that's the only two people here that did the collage. And I did it myself, so three of us. Anyway, so what's exciting about that is to see how people took the challenge. So there's the artist number one, they did something, passed it to two, they did something, and then the third person wrapped it up.
Yeah.
So, so we're gonna unveil these, maybe there are 12 collages, and then we'll ask people to talk about like how they responded to the challenge, and then we'll have pictures of what they responded to, so the befores and afters. So hopefully that'll be December 13th if the artist can do that. So that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the update. Hope to see you all. It's always great to see you guys.
Can I say something, Bob? I wanted
Sure.
to say something. I wanted to give a shout out to Kim. I'm going to quote you because I feel what Kim stated, and I wrote it down.
Oh, God bless
He
you.
said, this is about the this sharing session. Kim said, I luxuriate in your commentary. That's so nice. To me, it captures.
That must have come right out of my brain because I don't remember saying it.
It did.
I remember it. Yeah.
I do. I remember it.
And Ken was saying a lot of
Oh,
beautiful, true things about your work.
oh, bless you, Ken, and bless you, Jane, for
Well,
noticing.
I do appreciate all the feedback that this group gives, and
I'm new to the group, and I square that, double that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it
Wonderful.
helps an
Thank you, Ken,
artist.
for all your insight.
I think it helps an artist to articulate, you know, what they're doing. It helps them to understand better what they're doing.
Yes.
And to hear
It
other
does,
people's
actually.
comments, you get to see if what your idea is coming across that way, or maybe it's coming across better in a way that you'd never even imagined.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, that's a good point. Oh, I agree with everything you said. Yes.
All
Wonderful.
right.
Thank
Bob,
you
you
for
had-
inviting
Good
me,
night,
by the way.
everyone.
Good
Thank
Bob, you
night.
had, Bob, you had something. Bob, aren't you going to show us your stuff, Bob?
Oh, right.
Bob,
I'm troubled by my work right now. No, I'm not going to show it. Neither Janice nor I are showing.
well, you know what, Bob, you're very deep today. You have some deep thoughts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dark, perhaps, but all right.
Well, like about people not coming and they may be very sick or something or whatever.
Yes, Susan missed that. Susan Plogue. What's weird with this is people come and then they're gone and you don't know, well, maybe they lost interest, but maybe they're sick. And like Mick, who contributed so much,
Mm,
we don't know whether he's sick or just has other things. So I'm asking people to sort of keep us informed
yes,
on our health somehow.
yes, yes,
No, I'll reach out to him somehow.
yes.
Okay,
Call
good.
or email.
All right, so now for real, good night all.
Happy Thanksgiving,
All right.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye.